What is up, everybody? And Gator King right off the bat coming in with a huge raid. Thank you so much, Chuck and Kayla. Appreciate it big time for sure. Hope Kay's feeling a little bit better. I know it's rough out there. I understand. Not firsthand, but secondhand. I understand. But anyway, welcome back to the channel. We've been off for a few days due to work and family stuff and just being all around busy. You know how it goes. But since we are here, we were going to go ahead and jump right into what we were doing real quick. I should have some new updates coming out hopefully today as far as I have a new logo coming, new theme music to open the stream with and the videos on YouTube and stuff like that. I'm going to be working more on videos on YouTube hopefully soon. I'm not good at it. I cannot edit videos like I've mentioned before. But we're going to give it our best anyway. So here we are, right back to Nuke's top 5 paranormal videos. Again, shout out Nuke's best paranormal content on YouTube, bar none. Always the newest stuff. It's great. Let's see. We skipped this one as an hour long because it's an hour long. So we're going to go into this one. 5 scary ghost videos that will make you feel really weird. All right. We'll see, Nuke. We will see.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. The Man in Black.
Loud, right?
So about a month ago, I featured a video from a YouTube urban exploration channel called Finders Beepers History Seekers. The really compelling thing about their creepy video was that the two hosts, Matt and Andy, are definitely not ghost hunters. In fact, they're complete skeptics. They simply caught a very strange occurrence during one of their urban explorations.
These are usually the best ones. They have a little credibility, I think, because they're not out trying to show everyone that they caught a ghost. They're out doing something completely different. And I like that.
Somebody up there. Hello? I've gone cold because I saw somebody stood there. I saw a leg.
But there's one more very strange urban exploration video that the Finders Beepers guys recorded all the way back in 2017. A video they were never able to explain.
Overclicked right there.
So the Finders Beepers guys are exploring a long abandoned historic farm in Doncaster, England that is estimated to have been built sometime in the 1800s. Local legend says that the previous owner of the land allegedly took his own life by tying a rope around a solid beam inside one of the buildings. In the Finders Beepers video, it's clear that the two
friends
are
at a fire
pretty
station
carefree and having a good time
and
while
had a
exploring
lot of
the
weird
empty
stuff
farm.
happen there.
So, Andy has literally just almost died. I'm just going to carry on filming you a minute, just because I have a feeling you're going to fall. And I want to get you on you being framed.
Doesn't really matter to me, you know what I mean?
Go on, go on, go on. Just to show you where he would have fallen. Oh, Andy, I can see something good already.
Andy.
It's our good old favourite. It's the cellar.
There's a funny story about ghost hunting in a cellar from way back. This just reminded me of that. This is back in Colorado when I was probably in high school. There's an old property near the town where we lived, which is a small town. And property belonged to a family called Hudock. And they're pretty, I'd say a prominent family back in like the 1920s, 1930s in the town. And Mr. Hudock was a butcher, owned the local butcher shop on his property. And whatever, the house, it had been abandoned since like 1929, I think is when they all died. 1929, 1930, somewhere in there. But the house was still there. The barn was still there, but it was kind of falling down. We still went in it because we were stupid teenagers. But it had a cellar you can get into from outside, kind of like this. And the dirt was all collapsed around it. That's what reminded me of it. It was all like caved in around the door. So it was really just a hole, you know, maybe this big that you had to crawl down in. And we crawled down in there and we're looking around. Of course, there's no light. And we're actually looking around by lighters. And we're going through, there's like some old shoes, old suitcases, things like that. Just going through the stuff, you know, see what we can find, anything cool, see if there's any ghosts or anything. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, apparently we had awoken these 2 pigeons that lived down there, and they panicked and took off, scared the shit out of all of us. I never thought I could get through a hole that big that quickly, but I was up and out of there fast. Scared me worse than, like, even if I'd have seen a ghost, I don't think it would have scared me that bad. Scared the crap out of me, but it was fun, and it was really fun. We had a good laugh about it. Of course, we were also drinking, so we were getting a laugh out of everything.
Only for you, Paul.
And I do apologise, viewers, if you get to see my arse for about the millionth time.
It's become a regular occurrence. Bit of a celebrity, I think, your last now, Matt, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, God. Oh.
At least wear underwear.
Full moon. My part moon.
Oh, dear. What the friggin' hell is going on here? Oh, Jesus Christ. Scared me to death.
Now, after Matt and Andy uploaded the video of their new
we
exploration to
missed
their
it,
YouTube
apparently.
channel, it was no longer a joking matter. They were shocked by the comments from many concerned viewers. Because you see, someone or something at the abandoned farm seems to have been watching them. Something they didn't see. Watch the footage closely.
We've just made our way back down there, back through the beams where all the pan tiles are. I will quickly show Andy the kestrel, and then we'll make our way around. There's some massive there should have been some massive buildings up that side, but so yeah, it's just a bit further up there. It's
Oh wow, that's pretty
Did you
good. And
see
that dude, whatever, like whoever's there,
Two
looks
friends are completely
massive.
unaware as something
Like, assume this is about a 7-foot doorway, like a normal doorway. That's a person. It's absolutely massive, and it looks like, you know, a long coat, leg here, collar on a shirt or something, and a head. This could be some kind of matrixing we're experiencing. It'd be pretty good if it was. It'd be quite the mind trick. For those that are new here, haven't discussed it with us before. Matrixing. The drink's probably wasn't truly made you scary. Yeah, that could be. Well, it's supposed to make you more brave, I think, but I don't know. Anyway, matrixing is when you just see something that could vaguely be construed as like a person or something, and your mind is trying to make sense of it, make it into something familiar. So that's when you start, you know, seeing shapes of people and things that aren't people. A good example is when you see shapes in clouds and things, or you see a face in like wood grain or something. It's obviously not there, but your mind is taking these patterns that you're seeing, trying to assign something logical to it, something familiar to it, and then you can't unsee it at that point. It's also, I call it audio matrixing. It's the same thing we get with a lot of these videos. They're trying to show you something that a ghost said, and they really like to put in stuff, you know, they want you to hear, and it's usually like get out or go away or something like that. When in reality, it could be something as simple as, you know, rubbing against a surface like that. I don't know if you can hear that, but if I put that on tape and put a subtitle that says "Get Out," and then all you're gonna hear is whispering "Get out, get out." You know, it's audio matrixing. It works just like visual matrixing.
seems to be staring at them from inside a room in the crumble.
But that looks, I mean, man, if that's matrixing, we're talking really coincidental, because this looks like a shoe, pant leg, maybe a belt here. I don't know. Arms in the right place. But again, that could just be something leaning up in there. It also it has depth, right? So you have this doorway here, a wall. You can see where it would go through to that one. The foot seems to be actually maybe in the doorway, which is kind of weird, really. And also several things can get put together in your line of sight to make a shape like this. Charlie Marley, what's up, man? Welcome. But it seems to have depth. There's a back wall here. It's clearly in front of that. But again, that'd be a really tall person, like 7 feet. I'm assuming this is a normal sized door. I could be wrong too on that.
Bling farmhouse. The figure appears to be wearing a dark suit, and its face is just a featureless black blur.
I mean,
a
all
little
faces
later, Matt and Andy
shadows
actually
are.
explore the same area where the dark figure was seen, but there's no one there. However, when they come back out, their footage shows something absolutely chilling.
You're becoming more and more of a liability.
Okay, so we're seeing looks like the exact same guy. Nuke's logo is kind of in the way here. So this actually adds a little more credence to it because you're seeing basically what we saw there. It looks like that white collar under a coat or a suit, as Nuke said. You see the bottom of the coat here, like long. I mean, definitely a coat because it's long. It seems to be in about the same spot. So that adds something to it, I think, in my opinion. There's a little more credibility there as far as not being matrixing. Credibility is not really a good word because I'm not questioning their credibility, but I think that adds a lot to it for us.
Let's go to the main house, I think.
The mysterious faceless apparition of a man seems to have somehow now moved to where Matt and Andy had just
It also
been
seems, though, if you're going through and you're exploring the stuff and someone was standing there, I feel like you would see that if you're these guys, because they're both looking in that direction, at least at one point or another.
standing only minutes before. Again, it seems to watch the two unsuspecting
You
explorers
know,
from
the
afar.
theory of
The guys claimed
EVP,
that they had
electronic
no
voice
idea that they were
phenomenon,
being watched. and
is
didn't see
that
anyone.
there will be voices that you pick up on electronic devices that you can't hear in person. And if that theory is true, it would be logical to say that there's going to be things you can see on video that you weren't able to see in person. It's not something we come across much, but I don't know. It could be a coincidence, you just didn't see something at that time and you go back and review the video, and it's really hard to say.
One at the time of the recording. Let me say again that both Matt and Andy are skeptics when it comes to the paranormal. In fact, Andy flat out says that he just
There's
doesn't
also
believe in
a
ghosts.
thing to consider in a lot of
But
these abandoned
they say
places.
that this creepy
Squatters
event
and
has,
things like
quote,
that are
freaked
very
us
real
out a bit.
and could
So what
be
do you
showing
think
up
the
in these.
Finders Beepers guys captured on
Usman,
camera?
what's up, man?
Could
Welcome
it be
back.
the spirit of the previous owner who allegedly took his own life at the farm? Or could it be some mysterious lurker without a face? Let me know what you think. You can watch this full video and others over on Matt and Andy's Urban Exploration channel, Finders Beepers, History Seekers. The Curse.
Oh man,
Russian
I got
goat.
something messed up. Hold on, let me try to fix this real quick. I'm trying to make it where you can see the chat across all platforms. So like when YouTube chatters come along, like Usman is, you see it up here, but it's not showing that. It's showing the chat is ready to display messages. That doesn't help me. Where did I... Here we go. Bear with me just a minute here. Oops, that was the wrong button. Settings. All machine bots will be promoted to moderators on relay supported channels. Okay, that's good. It should be showing it. I'm going to take that off and see if that helps. Let's see if this...
Ghost hunter Tim Marazov
if this
travels
works.
deep into the secluded Russian countryside to investigate an abandoned house that is said to have been cursed by an evil witch. In his video,
How
Tim
about
tells
now,
the
PM?
story of two
No,
mushroom
it's
pickers
not-
who were wandering the
trying to
countryside
get it to
one day
pop
and
up
stumbled upon the completely
on the
boarded up
screen, but it
house.
is not
They heard
working.
loud sounds coming from inside, and worried that someone might be in danger, they smashed their way inside. They were shocked when they were greeted by a strange dark shadow enveloped by a thick fog. They ran from the house. Tim says the couple later contacted him to investigate the creepy home. Upon entering the empty and decaying house,
man, that's goofy.
strange
I don't
things
know. Y'all can't
immediately
see
began
that.
to happen.
Oh, wait. Yeah, maybe it is working. I was looking in the wrong spot. I apologize. It's working. I was looking at the bottom, but it's scrolling from the top down. So on the stream, y'all should be able to see what everyone on YouTube and Twitch is saying, correct? Let me know in the chat, please.
What?
So we heard a sound. I know we heard a sound. I don't think we saw anything yet.
Сама она. Тарелка. Упасть точно не могла.
Okay, good, Nachos. Thank you. Thank you so much. And welcome. Welcome to the stream.
Фонарик у меня на столе был.
Haven't seen you around in a while. Appreciate you coming out.
Упала тарелка. Не знаю, как она могла упасть. В принципе, никакая крыса, никакая мышь ее толкнуть не могла. И в темноте я, дышал и увидел пар. Не знаю, было ли видно это на камеру.
After light bulbs start swinging on their own and a plate suddenly falls onto the floor, Tim explains he saw a strange fog or mist, which sounds eerily similar to what the mushroom-picking couple had reported. Tim is a little on edge, but decides to lay down on the bed and rest in the darkness while all of his devices and camera equipment are turned on and recording. What happens next is just truly bizarre.
All right. So this is a laser grid. It's actually it's used quite a bit nowadays. Back when I was really like going out and doing investigations, we didn't have this kind of thing. It's used a lot. Theory is that if something comes by you can't see, it will distort that laser grid and you'll be able to track it on your cameras and everything. And again, I've mentioned it a lot of times. In the field of paranormal investigation, everything is theoretical. There's no hard science to this. No one knows for sure, despite what people say. There's really no hard evidence that ghosts even exist. So we're going to just try to see if there's any evidence that we, at best, we can not come up with a logical explanation. Man, I don't know why I couldn't get that out. For something we see. And then that just leaves it open as maybe there's something there. I don't know if we'll ever know for sure. But it's fun to check anyway. So Polaroids, I don't think typically have an auto, like a motion
Tim's equipment
sensor
experiences
setting.
strange high-frequency feedback.
I'd really like to see what's on the photo. I hope we get to see that.
And then all of a sudden, the Polaroid camera that he brought with him on the investigation suddenly snaps a photo all on its own.
Of what?
But what makes this footage even
Must not have
stranger
been
is
of
something
anything
you
good.
perhaps didn't see at first. So I have to ask, did you see it?
Did you see it?
As Tim is lying on the bed, a creepy looking hand comes from the ceiling as if to grab him. Right before the hand reaches him, the Polaroid camera snaps a photo and the hand disappears. Tim has no idea what he just captured, but is baffled either way by the strange Polaroid snapshot.
That is kind of
The
weird.
incident to himself, he says that
So it was obviously in between the light source, which I think was IR, and the wall, but it wasn't between the laser grid and the wall because it wasn't distorting any of the lasers. This is a reason why it's a good idea to put, like, if you're using a laser grid or something, put your light source that you're using like right next to it so something can't be in front of one without being in front of the other.
Polaroid could have possibly just malfunctioned because of the intense humidity inside the house. But then things get stranger and even more terrifying.
Я не знаю, друзья, может быть, просто из-за сырости в этом доме что-то у него замкнуло.
Oh, yeah, that's not what you want to see.
Сырости.
Yeah, that's pretty spooky. See, again, we're seeing something casting a shadow, but not disrupting the laser grid.
Again, did you see it? Captured
Well,
on
you
the
pointed
camera
at it
that
that
is
time,
recording
yeah.
Tim's laser grid, you can see a dark shadow figure trying to open the door by moving the door handle. It then once again disappears into thin air. Tim carefully checks out the door and looks
So that's
inside the
really
room
strange.
on the other
Actually,
side.
I wasn't paying attention to where we were here. So this is the door where we clearly saw the door handle moving, okay? And this is the shadow they're talking about. And it does look, certainly, like something's reaching up to that door handle.
В этом доме что-то у него замкнуло.
It does looks like there could be like an extension of shadow here, which could be an arm. And it's moving in sequence with that, the sound of the door handle moving. You can't see it moving in this photo, in this
Captured
shot.
on the camera that is recording Tim's laser grid, you can see a dark shadow figure trying to open the door by moving the door handle. It then once again disappears into thin air. Tim carefully checks out the door and looks inside the room on the other side, but there's just no one there. A week goes by, and after reviewing all of the chilling evidence he captured on camera, he returns to the cursed abandoned house once more. Tim soon realizes that he might have made a huge mistake.
Oh. Alright, let's see. Let's look at something here. Shadows can play so many weird tricks. Okay. So we got this light source. Looks like that's to his right because he's using his camera. It looks like the only other light source is the light he's carrying. So we see it casting his shadow. Is this real? I don't know. We're trying to figure it out. So this light is casting his shadow here. So that being one of only two lights, the other one he's pointing out in front of him. I'm watching this whole time. Well, thank you. Welcome. So my first thought was maybe there's a second source of light playing some weird shadow game, and that's just him getting a shadow from a different angle. That doesn't make sense, and if you watch his camera, it would have to be coming from directly in front of him where there is no light source. So this has to be something, if it's a shadow, it's someone standing in front of that light, basically where he was just standing. That's very strange indeed.
Я тут точно не был. 100%. Блин, стрёмно. Брать-то. Кто там?
That looks like a breeze coming through, which isn't uncommon in old, abandoned, dilapidated, broken down houses.
Ты кто?
It actually does kind of look like there might be some shape here. Like it's pushed out right here. As if someone's standing there. Maybe.
Ответь.
Yeah, that didn't look like breeze movement. At all. No feet under it. That was going to be my next question.
Нет. Кто ты?
So this is some incredibly good evidence, some like horror movie level stuff. On one hand, that's great, that's awesome. On the other hand, is it one of those things where it's too good? If this is a hoax, he's really good at it. But if not, this is really incredible footage we're getting.
Как такое возможно? Твою мать.
Tim is shocked. First, he hears something fall onto the floor and is lured into the home's living room. As he leaves, a shadow figure can be seen on the wall
Weird. Yeah, it's
behind
definitely real
him,
weird.
watching him
Like I
as
said,
he
it's
leaves
really great
before
footage.
disappearing. Tim then sees a bottle
It doesn't
lying
strike
on the
me
floor
as a
that he's
hoax,
sure
so if it
wasn't
is,
there
it's
before.
really
When he
well
inspects the
done.
bottle, something seems to move into the curtain right next to him.
Now there are footprints in this dust over here where he's looking.
He inspects
Like right here. I don't know if it's his though. He could have walked through here
the
earlier.
bottle, something seems to move into the curtain right next to him. The shape almost seems like someone invisible is standing against the curtain. Then
Yeah.
when the shape suddenly retreats, Tim quickly opens the curtain to find absolutely nothing.
Well done going right for it too. Some people run away.
Дико страшно. Я все думаю, неужели на это... Такое чувство, что сзади просто кто-то наблюдает, я не знаю.
See, another thing that lends itself to some credibility is that that chair moved supposedly, but he wasn't looking at it. Another like dead giveaway for hoaxes is someone actually painting through a room and they stop on a chair and then it moves, and you know they cue the freak out and all that stuff. This one he wasn't looking at it, so that gives a little more credibility to me, in my experience.
Tim explains that he is getting very scared now, and as he talks to the camera, a shadow can be seen quickly darting from right to left in the mirror right behind him. He says he feels that someone is watching him, and soon after, a chair mysteriously slides across the floor all on its own.
And then
As he
falls
checks his
over.
equipment, the chair falls over and a rope hanging from the ceiling can be seen swaying back and forth.
So this is a little theatrical for my taste, and I'll tell you why. This part,
And soon
let me
after,
look.
a chair mysteriously slides across
So the
the
chair slides under here, right? And there's a rope that happens to look a little bit like a noose hanging from the ceiling.
floor all on its own.
And
Then as he checks his equipment, the chair falls over
the chair falls
And a
over,
rope
and the
hanging
rope
from the
is
ceiling.
now swinging, as if someone has just kicked the chair out from under themselves, hanged themselves. Now that could mean that there's a ghost of someone that hanged themselves in the house. Sure, seems a little theatrical to me. So I don't know about that one. But everything else, based on everything else I saw, it all looked really good.
And can be seen swaying back and forth. After all of this terrifying activity that he caught on camera, Tim finally decides to just get out of there. So did Tim Morozov capture what locals claim to be a supernatural curse?
A lot of really
house?
interesting things.
Did he encounter the sinister presence of whoever used to live
that was one
in
of the
the
better
now
clips we've
abandoned
seen,
home?
actually.
Or is it something even darker? As always, you decide. You can check out the full 3-part series of The Cursed House and many more scary paranormal videos over on Tim Morozov's YouTube channel. Before we move on to the next video, if you see anything that you think should be included in the top 5, contact us at nukestop5@gmail.com. The mysterious Mackey
I still haven't
Mansion.
heard back from Nuke on my
Paranormal
video.
investigators Matt Benton from the
That I
YouTube
sent
channel
him.
Devil's
Maybe
Hour
he's-
Productions
maybe
and
he's
Dante
putting
Reader
it
from
in
the
on his
channel
next
Soul
videos working.
Seekers investigate the mysterious haunting of the Mackey Mansion in Virginia City, Nevada.
Mackey.
The mansion was built in
So, this place has been on a lot of paranormal investigation shows. Pretty famously haunted. All the big names have been there. You know, Taps, the Ghost Adventures guys, Paranormal State, I think, has been there. Fact or Faked has been there. So, pretty well known.
1859 by the infamous Hearst family and is one of the only remaining historical structures to have survived 2 major fires in Virginia City. The Victorian building was later owned by silver mining millionaire John Mackey, after whom the building is named. At the beginning of the evening, investigator Dante and guest Violet head off to a nearby
nice house,
cemetery,
that's for sure.
leaving Matt from Devil's Hour Productions all alone inside the mansion. As he is doing a preliminary check of the house, Matt starts to get some very unexpected activity. Matt decides to do a
hard to
spirit
make any
box
kind of
session, and he's descending the
determination
mansion's
on,
staircase
like
when he
bangs
captures
and knocks
something
and things like
very
that.
disturbing. Matt says he could see something out of the corner of his eye, and upon reviewing his footage, he discovers that he captured a partial apparition. Now, it's a little hard to see as the camera unexplainably loses focus just as Matt captures the apparition. But when the clip is slowed down, you can clearly see some kind of figure quickly moving out of sight just as Matt turns the corner at the bottom of the
You can't make
stairs.
any kind of call on that.
Even more bizarre, whatever this is seems to disappear right into the solid wall at the side of the staircase. Later in the evening, Matt, Dante, and Violet conduct a spirit box session upstairs in what used to be John Mackey's bedroom. And then, this happens.
Off the community. Yeah.
Good job. Good job. That's exactly what we want. What we all just heard was a loud bang
Tavia,
right
welcome
behind
back, by the
Dante.
way.
And when we looked in the direction to where we heard the bang, we all realized the wardrobe was partially open.
Oh my god, he does the Zach Baggins voiceover with the real dramatic. I don't know. Do you know who Zach Baggins is from Ghost Adventures? Like they do pretty cool investigations. They actually do a fairly good job, I think. But I just find him a little insufferable. Am I the only one? I don't want to use the D word, but seems a little douchey.
Before the bang even happened, the wardrobe was completely closed. I even checked inside to see if I could debunk the wardrobe opening all by itself, but I didn't see anything that could make that happen. Less than 1 minute after the bang happens, we
Chat busted? Uh-oh, what's wrong with it? Something messed up on chat?
capture a shadow figure on the right side of the screen. It is hard to see, so look very closely.
Really?
Matt from Devil's Hour Productions wants to push the investigation even further. He decides to sit down on John Mackey's bed in hopes of
yeah. Dude, I had the same problem. I thought it wasn't registering because I don't know why it's going backwards. I need to see if I can fix that.
Mackey's ghost. It did not go well.
Huh? I'm laying in your bed.
Mr. Mackey, you're gonna have to show him. He's laying in your bed, you're gonna have to show him.
Dude, your house camera quality is awful, by the way.
Something's like hot on my back, man. Yeah. Something's hot on my back. Oh, shit.
He's agitated.
Look at back here. Can you record?
It's on this side, don't even tell me.
Yep, we got one.
Oh God.
Don't even tell me, man.
Yeah, let me take on that. Yo.
What is it?
It's a scratch.
It's one big scratch.
It's thick.
This is another bit of evidence that we see a lot that I'm not a big fan of. Someone says, "Oh, I got this thing on my back. It burns. Something scratched my back." Then they lift their shirt and there's a scratch mark. It's obviously it could easily be made by him. I'm not saying it's necessarily faked. I'm just saying you can't present that to someone as any kind of evidence because of how easily it is faked. And also saying things like, "Oh, I felt this, felt that." You can't really use that as evidence to prove anything either because you can't prove it. Oh, yeah. I didn't think about that. That's true.
While Matt is taunting John Mackey's spirit, it is actually Dante who receives a large scratch on his back. So did Matt from Devil's Hour Productions provoke the spirit of whomever or whatever is haunting the Mackey mansion? Did the group capture evidence of John Mackey's spirit still roaming his beloved estate? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. You can check out this full video and more investigations over on the YouTube channel, Devil's Hour Productions. The Lady in Red. Popular Chinese ghost hunter Xiaolong and his friend Lao Dai are back with another live adventure in one of China's many creepy and mysteriously abandoned places.
It's time to
explore what they believe to have been a massive government building that might be haunted by a vengeful female spirit. The creepy long dark hallways would give anyone major anxiety. But Lao Dai doesn't seem to be bothered by any of it, sticking his hands in places where they don't belong. Literally.
These are the guys that freak out and always say "F your mother" to the ghosts. This is funny. The hell is that? Get away from me. I was gonna say, it's some kind of mouse trap. Damn, someone did him dirty.
Lao Dai blindly sticks his hand into a bucket and startles Xiaolong as he clumsily pulls back with a mousetrap clamped onto his finger. Xiaolong simply laughs at him, and the two friends carry on their investigation. However, this isn't the only time Lao Dai fools around in the dark. Lao Dai attempts to scare Xiaolong with a fart, but it doesn't work. But soon after, something terrifies them both.
Subtitles are on point.
你带他妈当我瞎逼逼我干的！哎呦，我操！
They're vertical filmers. Not sure I care for that.
Lao Dai claims he heard something, and at first Xiaolong just doesn't believe him. But then they both get startled by a loud sound coming from somewhere in the large empty building. Now, the two investigators are done with jokes, and they proceed with caution. When they reach a higher floor and enter one of the creepy empty rooms, things take a turn towards the truly chilling.
All right.
瞅这日期都能瞅出来，这是3年前的了。哎呀，我操！得了
Damn it, I missed it.
我操你个妈！我操你妈！我谁？我操你妈！老大，快！
This guy's tripped me out.
你起来！你起来！
Sorry, should have silenced my phone. Spam call.
When looking into the reflection of a window, Xiaolong spots a mysterious figure in red standing in the doorway right behind them.
Yeah.
When he quickly turns around, there's no one there.
It
so
looks. So there's that big rust mark
turns around.
On
There's
that wall. Maybe it's the way the camera's picking it up out of focus or something. It's making it look bigger than it is.
There's no one there.
But it looks
so
like
he
the
hurries
same
around the corner
color.
to find whoever or whatever he saw, but doesn't find anyone. He looks into the window's reflection once again. Now there's nothing there, and he proves that it was not an optical illusion. Xiaolong and Lao Dai no longer feel that they are alone and begin to worry that they are possibly being stalked by the vengeful female spirit that is said to haunt the building.
Seems awfully
the lady in red. Only minutes later, and the two ghost hunters get such a terrifying fright that they run for their lives.
Why do ghost women always wear red or white? By the way, it's always a lady in red or a lady in white. She's never wearing green or yellow. Full freak out. Oh man.
After hearing loud, unexplained sounds coming from all around them, the two decide to split up and both record using their own phone. Lao Dai captures something so terrifying that he has had enough and wants to just get out of there. Once safely back in the car, Lao Dai
So this is something I don't understand about a lot of like paranormal investigators, ghost hunters, whatever you want to call them. You're there to like find evidence of the paranormal. And then when you find evidence or potential evidence of the paranormal, there's so many of them that freak out and run away like this. So what's the point? Like, why go if you're going to freak out and not stick around or whatever when you actually find what you're looking for? It doesn't make any sense.
Creepy footage with Xiaolong and the live stream audience.
吓着我了！你要我看你录着啥呢？替我来！我应该没看花眼。哎呦我操！完了，腿都软了。哎，我操你妈！快开呀！哎呦我操！这是我跟你说，这啥玩意儿？哎呦我，就是窗开的我，哎呦我，哎呦我。
When
You got some potty ass mouths too.
这他妈有啥呀？就这块，就这块。啥？哎呦我操你妈！
So did
So
Lao
that
Dai
was
capture the
interesting.
sinister spirit of a woman out for revenge? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide. You can watch Xiaolong's entire
That last little
exploration
bit of the
and
clip
many
was
more
pretty
creepy
strange.
videos over on his YouTube channel,
So what are the
Xiaolong
reviews?
Adventure.
Oh, my
911.
A lot of people can't, but if you're
TikTok
going
user
in,
Brandy Nicole works at a 911
you know,
emergency
looking for
dispatch
ghosts.
center in Georgia. She
People
claims
freak out
that
when
over
they
the
find
6 years
ghosts.
she has worked there, strange things like unexplained noises and things falling off the walls are a regular occurrence. However, recently the creepy activity seems to have intensified for no apparent reason. Brandy begins to secretly record her experiences and carefully shares her captures on TikTok.
So I'm just sitting at work and I hear things fall in the lobby. Not sure. And the lights are off. They were on. Oh, and they're on now.
They're on now.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna be done with that. Oh, nope, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Oh, what was that? So I'm at work again. Holter's acting up as we're now referring to her. Maybe it's somebody. I don't know. Nobody should be here.
Be brave. Be so brave.
There's literally no one here.
Now, it's common for 911 workers in smaller towns to work overnight shifts alone. And Brandy claims she is completely alone and has no explanation for any of the strange things happening on her job.
So, since y'all thought I was doing the lights, let me show you these. This one does nothing. This one turns on this extra light. So,
Then late one night, the strange activity at Brandy's job takes a terrifying turn.
See, the problem with this, so far, we're not to the end of it, so we don't know what's going to happen. But the problem with things like this is you have to really take their word for it, you know, if they're alone or not. I like to try to give people the benefit of the doubt, but we do see a lot where people are perpetuating some kind of hoax, and it goes on and on and on. They put out whole series on them and things like that. So you got to take a lot of things into account, like what are they going after? Is their entire like YouTube channel based on them experiencing these paranormal things? That to me takes away a little bit of credibility. But I don't know. I don't know the situation here. I don't know if she has any incentive to lie to us about being alone, or maybe she's bored. She's, you know, put together some kind of hoax with a friend or something. Who knows?
y'all have been following my Polter diaries here lately. So I'm pretty sure there's something standing in the doorway to the break room. Am I crazy, or is that somebody standing there?
Kind of looks like it.
Do y'all see that?
What appears to be the silhouette of someone's shoulder can be seen sticking out from a doorway. At first, Brandy's not quite sure what it is,
That's a
but
little
then when the
stranger.
mysterious silhouette moves away, Brandy screams.
There could be someone in
She
there.
explains in her comments that she called an officer to check the building, but he found no one inside and nothing that could explain the strange silhouette.
Hey guys, this is just an update to let you all know that I'm okay. I'm back at work today, but I'm no longer working by myself. I have someone here with me. Everything's been fine so far. We haven't had anything today.
It's pretty interesting. I'm thinking some kind of intruder.
Here we go. What was that? What? It came from the hallway. Oh my god. No. Oh my god.
So is the 911 emergency dispatch center that Brandy works at haunted? Or
Maybe.
is it all just an elaborate hoax?
Also, maybe.
Decide. Thanks so much for watching. Please follow me on
Hey, you are
Instagram
welcome,
right
Nuke.
there if you want to. And also on Twitter.
I don't know what's going on with Nuke lately. He used to put out a video like every week, but yeah, I guess he not way off. We got 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, then 1 month ago, so he missed a week. So maybe he is. Maybe I just get impatient waiting for his videos. But we've got plenty of them to go through still that we haven't watched yet. So let's move on to the next one. 5 scary ghost videos that will make you scream.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Just passing by. Facebook user Sandra Fulton Hamilton John shares a short video of her friend Jack Panera in which she believes that he accidentally captured proof of the paranormal. In the video, Jack, who is deaf, is talking in sign language with his girlfriend when something unexpected makes a sudden appearance.
That was
Jack
strange.
is completely unaware of the strange dark figure that quickly darts past him in the background. Even stranger, when the footage is brightened and slowed down, this figure appears to have no visible features that catch the...
I mean, he points that out a lot, but if something's going by that fast, it looks like a pretty potato quality camera. It probably isn't going to pick up their features. However, that being said, it's unlikely somebody in this house would be going that fast.
The light. So did Jack accidentally capture a ghost on camera? Or is it something else? Let me know what you think.
No, that's pretty weird.
The passenger.
Not a bug or anything.
Facebook user Mario Lara claims that ever since the opening of his party and event store in Guadalajara, Mexico, strange events started to take place inside his store. When he captures the alleged activity on camera and shares it to his Facebook page, his videos go viral. In fact, a short while ago, I featured the story of Mario and his store on this channel. From piñatas spinning on their own, to workers getting spooked by unexplained flying objects, to one late night when a terrifying figure seems to emerge from a pile of piñatas.
That's kind of a big deal. This is super
One late
creepy.
night when a terrifying figure seems to emerge from a pile of piñatas.
That seems pretty hoaxy right there.
And more recently, Mario experiences a drill starting on its own, dangerously close to his feet.
Esta es la cajita que voy a hacerle unos arreglos y todavía hay que montarla de nuevo.
Is it not plugged in? Or is it one of those floor outlets? It certainly is not plugged in. You see the plug there.
Esta es la cajita que voy a hacerle unos arreglos.
You can see it there.
Y todavía hay que montarla de nuevo.
Very, very, very weird right there.
And then this. All of the bizarre activity Mario blames on a single seemingly possessed piñata that continuously seems to move on its own.
La dejé así. Yo la dejé así. Y la dejé encerrada. Cuidado, vamos a ver las hijo de su...
So it fell down.
Now
That's
Mario
not a
says he
huge
is
thing.
so terrified of the piñata that he called for a shaman to take it from him in hopes that the haunting events in his store would stop. However, after the piñata is taken, the activity only seems to get worse. When the shaman tells Mario that he left the pinata in an abandoned car in the middle of nowhere.
I shouldn't say that. It's easily faked. That classic string trick move, but again, got to give people the benefit of the doubt.
Mario decides to retrieve it, hoping that bringing the pinata back will actually calm down the bizarre activity in his store.
Some sketchy things. It seems like we get a lot of videos out of Mexico where people
live on his
actually
Facebook
get
page.
Footage of some really strange
and of course
goings on.
It did not go well.
Buenas noches a todos. Aquí me encuentro hoy manejando. Estoy acá por el rumbo de Tonalá. El día de hoy en la tarde me llegó un mensaje de WhatsApp donde asegura este muchacho que ya me va a entregar la piñata, pero que no me la puede dar en persona. Me dijo que
red flag to anyone else. I'll give you this, but I can't hand it to you in person.
Que la iba a encontrar dentro de un carro. Entonces estamos.
Sounds like a good way you would hand someone a bomb.
Dándole para allá, pues.
After a long drive, he reaches his destination and leaves his vehicle
you have a whole
in
store
search
full
of the
of
abandoned
pinatas.
car.
Why do you need to go get a weird one from
he can find the pinata.
Oigo ruidos, pero no sé si es mi imaginación. No, me malvibro bien machiné. Sentí como que alguien me estaba siguiendo. Pero me malvibro.
Cheese man, what's up? So far from what I've seen, this all seems very, very fake to me. This one's all hoax all the time, it seems like. And get to drive the cars. I don't know, man. This guy, I think he's faking all this for views.
Mario hears strange noise.
Because I mean, it seems like one, you wouldn't be like, "Hey, okay, I'll come get this weird pinata that for some reason you can't give to me in person," even though I have a store where I literally sell pinatas. For some reason, I need this one. I'm going to go out in the middle of the night, go out in the woods to an abandoned car, and get this bag out of there. It just doesn't make sense. And two, you get out there, and you're seeing all this stuff, and you're still like, yeah, okay, whatever. Nothing too strange about
and feels like he's being followed. But eventually, he finds the pinata. He takes it back to his car and starts his drive home. And this is when things get truly terrifying.
I'm sure they do. Let me guess, the pinata's gonna sit up behind him or something. Cheeseman, you got a job? Nice, congratulations.
Estoy lejos del periférico, más o menos acá a la altura de Matatlán. Hay baches, demasiados baches en este lugar. Está casi imposible de pasar.
That's quite the thing. Work at a summer camp? Oh boy. You know what happens at summer camp in so many horror movies. Thing in the trunk. Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't take it. I don't even know why he's taking it. Yeah, I've seen every Friday the 13th. I don't know if I want to. And crashes his car. But on the summer camp thing, Cheeseman, did you see American Horror Story 1984? Which may be my favorite season of the whole series. It's a large part of it's about a summer camp. It's so awesome. Such a good show. Has he got a piece? Is that why they're blurring it out? You're fine. Do you have my Discord? You can share to my Discord. If you don't, it's down in the About section of my Twitch page or exclamation Discord. I think that works. I think it's a current link, but I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, AHS. Love it, love it, love it. What's everyone's favorite season of AHS? Like I said, I'm thinking mine might be 1984. Although
Mario
the Asylum one was really good
scream
too.
which shakes him up so badly that he eventually crashes his car. After he inspects the outside of his vehicle, he seems to make a run for it, and the live stream mysteriously ends. Now, what's truly creepy about this footage is something a few alert viewers
Right after this
pointed
clip,
out
Cheese
in
Man,
Mario's comments. You see, right before Mario hears the scream and crashes his car, something absolutely horrifying can be seen sitting right behind Mario in the back seat of his car.
Yeah, as predicted.
Estoy más o menos fuera de... Estoy lejos del periférico.
Yeah. None too impressive, in my opinion. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look, Cheese Man. Oh, hold on. Let me drag this over here. Oops. I'm having such trouble. Here we go. Let's look. I sent in Discord. Oh, 3 episodes. Oh yeah, the cult one. That one was really good too. Oops. There we go. Something their bodies were found as broom. Okay, so this has Blair Witch feels to it. Following videos, unedited footage from the digital camcorder found in the car. Release the family cassette. Okay, this reeks of a found footage type film. I'm gonna say right off the bat. I'm sure the first season is what got me hooked. Oh yeah, first season was great. It's classic.
We're doing this. Me and Ollie have got work at 8 in the morning, but we're driving about in his car because we're absolute twats.
Does that light make a difference?
Have you seen it on What the Week? Famous last words. Stingrays love foreplay. Okay, I'm just going to stick this down here because I can't be fucked to keep moving it. There we go. Hang on, I'll see if I can.
It doesn't actually take many, except I can't move to the left. Just wait till we're on the left hand time. Look at the car pulling to the left. Oh, this is a dead end.
Oh no! Oh, my coat spilled on my lap. Oh, it's cold.
Oh, that's
skeleton. Broomhall Farm was in the news. I don't know what it was. I can't remember.
Have you ever seen this on? It gives me the shit so badly.
I don't think we should be here. It's like a private road or something.
In that case, I better clutch down and roll backwards. It's nearly 4:30. We need to get home, mate.
Wait, no, Ollie, please. Do you want to just try and turn around? Can we please agree that we don't ever go back to this archway?
Okay, agreed. This is what? Nothing. That's full beams.
Quality's terrible, but it's 2007. They did say it was a digital camcorder, so it makes sense. It'd be pretty bad
Stop saying
quality.
that because it will actually happen.
What does the sign say?
It says
we need Stevenage.
It says Walker, Bennington. That is no. I don't even know where that is. That's nowhere near us.
Right, let's just go. That's ridiculous. I've never even heard of either of those places.
Someone tell me a joke to cheer me up.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
I don't know. I'm really lost. We are actually now lost.
We pulled over because we don't know where we are, and we've been driving down this road for about a fucking hour now.
James's GPS on his phone stopped working.
Does it even say what time it is? My phone's just...
I'm scared because there are no lights in any direction.
Thank you.
Anywhere.
That was so advertisement, like...
Stella!
Good choice. I do like a good Stella.
I don't know. I'm scared because it's down to me because I'm driving the car.
Also, holding the camera to your face makes you extremely uncomfortable.
No, yes it does.
I get to film Ollie doing a wee-wee.
It's right out.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was right out. I can't fit it with my balls.
A rabbit! I caught a rabbit! It's like perfectly preserved as well. It's really weird. Oh, Ollie, don't. Fuck off.
Oh, man.
Stop it.
I'm stroking it.
So yeah, we're getting these little edit blips in there. If the footage was found, you know, unedited and stuff, that probably wouldn't happen.
We caught a rabbit.
My turn.
I'm just gonna have a look up the road. Take the camera. I'm just gonna see if I can see the lights and see.
No.
No idea.
Sexy little bitch, isn't he? Look at that ass.
What is he?
Want to look this up?
Dave! Get back in! Drive!
What's what? What? What's the matter?
Drive! Drive!
I looked away. Damn it.
What's what? What? What's the matter?
Drive! Drive!
Oh, didn't actually see anything. Let's see. You can get it on Prime Video for 99 cents. 17-year-olds end up trapped in a terrifying situation and cannot seem to escape. Yeah, this is just a production film. Starring Sam Barrett. Also directed by him. We'll watch the rest of this episode though. See how good it is, because I don't think I saw it. I've seen a movie called VHS. Did I see? I'm aware of it. I'm trying to remember if I actually saw it. I think I did.
It's scary how it's kind of my responsibility to get us home as well.
Jesus, every corner feels like the same.
It's so
See
familiar.
see some screenshots. See if it looks familiar.
Have you not got a signal? Look, it's a sign. It's a sign. Okay, slow down.
And it's... What is it? Beddington again. Oh.
No, I don't think I did
if
see
it
it.
was.
Like I said, I heard of
Oh
it.
my god.
Wait, stop. No.
Yeah, no, we just got in a little circle, so it's... We didn't... We kind of died. No,
That's what kids get spooked. Yeah.
We've been going in a straight line.
No, we haven't. It's been left, I swear. Absolutely swear. We didn't take any turns. No, it doesn't matter. The road is curved. Relax, man.
No, it's...
Do you want to go to Bennington to prove it? Then go left. Do we turn
Stop saying man. It's like... That's like your fucking... What?
Why not?
Oh, come... No. I'm turning the camera off.
No, I swear.
Oh, fucking hell. What's that building?
Jesus.
It's like a prison. It's a plan.
I think the only thing we can do is keep driving until... In a straight line. And not take any corners.
I actually watched a new horror movie the other day. It was called His House. I don't know if you've seen that one yet. But it's really good. It's kind of a...
Can you stop talking about the Wicker Man? We're in the middle of the country. It's gonna be...
I don't know what even to compare it to. It doesn't really compare to anything. But
Stop.
it's really well done. It's a good movie.
Oh my god.
Pretty spooky.
Oh, you're a bunch of twats. You're fucking driving that on a
This one is just like...
You've just driven...
There's a movie called Dead End that was an independent film. It came out probably 2003, 2004. Hold on, I don't know why I'm doing it that way.
Past it again.
No, we're not fucking with you.
That's horrible. Hazards.
Stop fucking doing it. The back of my chair is so...
Let's see. 2003. Yeah, this is... That's what the cover looks like. Really good. Like I said, independent film, but very, very good. I highly recommend that one. That is not it. It looks like this. If you see this out there, check it out. I don't even know. Let's see. Wonder what it's available on. It's got to stream somewhere. 75% Rotten Tomatoes. Not bad for an independent horror film, you know. Yeah, I don't know if it's on anything. But anyway, good movie. Check it out if you see it. Made $77 million in DVD sales. I bought one. All right, let's get back to this guy and his fake ass ghost encounters. Not impressed with him at all.
So could it be that Mario made the wrong decision in picking up the allegedly cursed piñata that he believes caused the haunting in his store?
Yes.
And just what is this? You decide. If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. Really, truly, and perhaps terribly haunted. For over 2 years, Lee and his family have been experiencing terrifying paranormal.
See, this is another one that their whole channel is based on being haunted. What's different about theirs, though, is their videos seem really, really legit. Like, things that happen would be incredibly hard to fake. So I think they're one of the few that were having these experiences and then made a channel to show people after the fact, I guess. But it's legitimate. It seems legitimate to me anyway. I don't think it's one of those hoax type channels. Camper Workout has cowboy action shoot where you shoot a double barrel shotgun, lever action rifle, single action revolver. That'd be awesome, man. I love shooting all of those things.
Activity in their home
There's
in
like a
Lee,
whole thing
England.
to that. You
The
do
scary
cowboy
unexplained
action
occurrences
shooting or
became so frequent
whatever.
that Lee
I think
now
that's what it's
dedicates
called.
his YouTube channel, Really Haunted, to documenting as much of the supernatural events as he can.
See, and their dog's
If
reaction
Lee seems
too.
familiar,
Like I
it
always
might be
say,
because I featured
dogs
a
and
few of
kids
his
see
creepy
things
videos
we
before.
don't.
If you don't remember
So pay
or you're new
attention.
to the channel, here's a quick recap of Lee's terrifying captures in his home.
The one where her hair gets pulled that we saw, I think last time we streamed, was really, really good.
And the activity hasn't stopped since. Late one night, after Lee nods off to sleep on the couch in the living room, he captures something on camera once again. All of it while fast asleep and completely oblivious to the creepy events happening
World War I
around him.
uniform is almost complete. That's cool. So that right there, not hard to fake with string. Obviously, it'd be really easy. Let's see what else they show.
A teddy bear sitting in the corner of the living room gets violently thrown
interesting.
into the air at incredible...
The kind of things you got to look at for these, okay? So if they're doing the string trick, which is probably the most common hoax out there, because it's super simple. You get some fishing line, this camera's not going to pick it up. Even if it does, it's easily removed in editing. But what you got to look for is things like this. This is getting, if it's on a string, is getting pulled straight this direction, right? And then the blanket gets pulled to that same area, to that same spot. If you had a point, like down here in the corner, everything's going straight to that point, which means someone could be over there pulling these strings, and they wouldn't even have to
speed
move.
and lands on the floor off camera. Then as Lee is still fast asleep on the couch, something slowly pulls down his cover. As a very deep sleeper, Lee says that he had no idea what was happening in the same room with him late that night. He only discovered the shocking activity when he looked back at the CCTV footage. Another night, and Lee and his wife are fast asleep in bed at 4 in the morning.
So now we
They
got the
capture
doggo checking
something
things out.
again. Something truly bizarre and a bit disturbing.
That one could be as simple as a bug on the lens.
A white translucent mist-like shape slowly creeps into...
So a lot of... You see this a lot too. You'll see like what looks like a transparent blob or figure or something moving across a camera. With a lot of these, especially security cameras and stuff, something really up close to the lens it's not going to be able to focus on them, so they're going to look blurry to the point where you can actually see through them. So if there's even something simple as a bug walking across a lens, it could actually look like a lot like this. Another thing about these, what we're seeing is a couple different, I guess, categories of hauntings being thrown at us at one time. The stuff moving on its own, that's more of poltergeist type activity. Which poltergeist, as we talked about before, is inhuman spirit. Potentially dangerous in my opinion because they can physically manipulate things around them, which to me means they could hurt you, obviously. But we're also seeing like mists and things, which are a little different, a little bit harder to pin down what they are. Could be human. Excuse me. Could be human spirit, inhuman spirit. Could be intelligent haunting. It could be a residual haunting. Any number of things. Could be demonic. We don't know. All we're seeing is a little bit of a mist. Again, this could also be a bug on the lens.
Frame, seemingly hovering over the sleeping and defenseless couple. Then the shape slowly vanishes just as mysteriously as it appeared. Lee believes it was a ghost that was watching them as they slept. The same ghost that has been terrorizing the family over the course of 2 years. So, what do you think? Is it real? You decide. You can check out Lee's YouTube channel for more creepy videos at Really Haunted.
I got some sour candies up here.
Meanwhile, on TikTok. TikTok user Carolina Giselle from Argentina says that she watched a very strange film that is said to be cursed by a demonic presence. Carolina says that after watching the video, strange things began to happen around her home. One night, Carolina is playing a scary video game with her friend and broadcasting it live on TikTok. Then something happens that's a bit odd. A tissue roll sitting on the table in front of them gets knocked to the floor, startling both Carolina and her friend.
It took off kind of in a weird way.
That's certainly not so disturbing. But over the course of the next couple of weeks, more creepy incidents begin to take place inside Carolina's home, and she records it all.
Also, I wanted to bring this up. We don't get it here, but there's something that a lot of people try to sell as like paranormal evidence, and it's that that you get a photo of someone or a video of someone, especially in low light, and their eyes are glowing, reflecting light, and people try to tell you that human eyes don't reflect light, so this has to be a demon or a ghost or a monster or some other thing. It's actually just purely bullshit. Human eyes do reflect light, not as much as some other animals, but they absolutely do reflect light. You can really see it in infrared. Everyone's eyes glow in infrared, but yeah, people try to convince you that they're just taking something. They're being really creative with facts and just trying to convince people that there's a haunting. I think if you want to convince people there's a haunting, you have to take the other route. Try to convince them when there's not. Look for reasons something's not haunted, something's not paranormal. That's the only way you're going to be able to come to a conclusion that maybe something is. Yeah, porcelain doll in our basement. I hate the way it looks. I would imagine, dude. Porcelain dolls are always creepy, man.
Carolina.
Oops. I hit a button.
Carolina wakes to some odd noises, and when she checks her house, she finds nothing. But a door slams right behind her, seemingly on its own. Again, this is not necessarily so disturbing, but then things take a turn toward the truly
Also,
bizarre.
look at the dogs. They don't seem to be bothered by anything. Again, dogs see things we don't see, hear things we don't hear.
Someone or something outside roughly taps on Carolina's windows, but when she goes to check, there's nothing there. But the strange activity in Carolina's home begins to become a bit more intense.
Sorry for my plastic, my sour candies. Dog should have been going crazy. I agree. I absolutely agree. Open up. Open up. Okay. Problem. Well, let me see if she pans around. Yeah.
And then one.
So here's another telltale sign of a hoax. You ready? She opens the door quickly, like she should. She keeps the camera focused over to the right, so much like this wall's partially in the way, right? Wouldn't make any sense. What she should be doing, open the door, quickly pan left and right. What she's doing, though, is keeping it focused this way so that her friend that she has out there jiggling the handle can sneak off to the left where we can't see them. While she's over here supposedly investigating what's going on, her friend can sneak completely out. And then by the time she turns around again, they're gone. Could be wrong, but I don't think I am. Seen it 1,000 times. So she turns right. See, at this point, that friend could go pretty much anywhere without being seen.
And then, one night, something terrifying happens that chills Carolina to the bone. Carolina wakes to strange noises from her backyard. She goes to check, but her lights seem to be malfunctioning. When she steps into her backyard, someone or something seems to be lurking behind a tree. Its dark silhouette just barely visible. And with that, Carolina has had enough. She decides to just get out of there.
Of Carolina.
You can follow Carolina's continuing creepy story on her TikTok at Carolina Giselle.
She's not fooling us.
In another
not
bizarre
around
video,
here.
Yu from the TikTok account Siok Channel is asking Siri random questions with her friends when suddenly things take a chilling turn.
Which, I hope it happens again. Shh. Hey Siri, what is plasma in blood?
According to Wikipedia.org, blood plasma says the liquid component of whole blood and makes up
That shouldn't
approximately
happen.
55% the total blood volume.
Yu claims that she and her friends asked Siri multiple random questions, and the only time she got this strange response was after asking this one particular question. After a while, Siri's strange behavior returns back to normal. Yu has no idea what happened, and to this day is still pretty...
So I don't have an iPhone, but if anybody does, has Siri ever like messed up like that? Got all staticky and weird? I've never heard of that before. Or better yet, if you have Siri, ask that same question right now and see if it happens. Like I said, I don't have Siri. So
He freaked out by the strange occurrence. So is this just a bizarre glitch in Siri's programming, or maybe even the phone? I'm not sure, but I'd be interested to know if any of you have ever heard Siri do something weird like this.
Weird, I just asked the
So
same thing.
please let me know down in the comments. Hide and seek. Jordanian Snapchat live streamer Ahmad Salhi travels to an allegedly haunted and abandoned house in the remote countryside of Jordan. Locals believe the house to be haunted by an evil jinn or spirit.
No Siri.
When Ahmad is showing the exterior of the house to his live Snapchat audience, viewers spot something that Ahmad doesn't see.
هذا البيت اللي دخلت عليه، هذا اللي حكينا مسكر، هذا البيت المفتوح اللي دخلنا غمرنا فيه، هذا كله هناك شايفين لسه دار الزلمه اللي دلنا على الموقع هي اللي طاويه ورا بقدرش اضوي عليها. هذا كمان شايفين.
The question was, what is plasma in blood?
بصراحه كثير الموقع كبير اكثر من 10 شقق. يلا دعواتكم يا حبايب القلب راح نبدا.
In one of the windows up on the second floor, a dark shadow figure can be seen. Now, because it's a live stream, it's hard to tell what this blurry shape could be. It could easily be explained as a trick of the light, or maybe even a dark object or doorway inside the room. But then, Ahmad starts hearing strange sounds from that same window.
How can you tell?
طلع الشباك بيفتح وسكر. وحياة رب العزة بيفتح وبسكر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هي شايفين؟ بس مش قادر استنى. هي يما.
I just realized I'm that idiot that moves my head to try to get a better angle of the video.
ماشي يا اخوان، هذول راح اتركهم، بدي اطلع اللي فوق.
Stupid.
ها؟ وحياة الله في صوت.
After Ahmad Salhi hears the odd slamming sounds, he finally decides to go inside the creepy building to investigate. That's when things get a bit weird.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. هيو. بسم الله، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. هيو.
Did you see it? As Ahmad turns around, the small head of what appears to be a child can be seen peeking from behind.
Again, it's like they're trying to take advantage of your matrixing. It's like, it looks like a small head of a child. Well, now that's all you're going to associate it with.
The doorway.
I mean, it looks like a head in the sense that it's not even that round, really. So who knows? I mean, maybe a hairline, but matrixing, now we can't unsee it. So now we're seeing a head.
Quickly retreats, and when Ahmad rushes over, no one there.
She didn't freak out?
He hears a sudden noise coming from behind him, and when he looks over, the keys he used to open the entrance are dangling as if someone or something just touched them. Again, he walks over to check it out, only to be interrupted by another loud sound coming from where he just stood. If you look closely, you can see a shadow disappearing behind the corner. Ahmad continues to explore the building, searching for any evidence of the unexplained activity. It seems that the presence in the house is toying with him. But then, when Ahmad opens the door to a new unexplored area, his already scary adventure becomes downright chilling.
Some door right there.
أيوه. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يابا.
No. See, that's a little
بسم
different.
الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
That was pretty freaky, not gonna lie.
بسم الله بسم الله بسم الله.
As soon as Ahmad opens the door, a mysterious child seems to take down a heavy mattress as he makes a run for it. Ahmad rushes forward and checks everywhere, but he's unable to find the boy. The child seems to have simply disappeared without a trace. So did Ahmad capture the apparition of a playful young child? Could
Super
it be
weird.
that he captured a sinister, shape-shifting
Or could
jinn?
it all just be an elaborate
Let me know
hoax?
what you think.
I didn't say it.
You can check out this full video over on Ahmad's YouTube channel, Ahmad Salhi. Thanks for watching for random weird stuff. Please follow me on Instagram there, and on Twitter right there. See you next.
Awesome. Let's do another one, eh? Five scary ghost videos that will creep you out.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. The Stowaway. YouTuber Chad Morin and his team from the YouTube channel Ghost Hunt Weekend host monthly group tours of haunted places and upload them to YouTube. On this paranormal investigation of the Titanic Museum in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, they are accompanied by Jacob from the travel channel The Carpetbagger. Now, the
I wonder why
Titanic
Pigeon
Museum is
Forge?
built like a replica, half scale, of the original Titanic ship. Employees believe the giant museum to be haunted by many of the spirits of the 1,496.
Why? It's just, why would it be? The ship's not there. The ship had no connection that I'm aware of with Pigeon Forge, which is pretty far inland. What was it? It sailed from New York to London, or not London, but somewhere in England. Or was it the other way around, England to New York? Lost in the North Atlantic. Nothing to do with Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
6 people who tragically lost their lives on board the Titanic in 1912. Because, you see, the museum houses around 400 real items found either in the wreckage of the Titanic or actually found on the victims' bodies.
This is Mr.
There is the theory that items can be haunted, not just places, but items.
Isidore Strauss's ring. It's a wedding ring that was recovered from the dead body.
When the group reaches the outer area that is meant to represent the outside deck of the Titanic, both Chad from Ghost Hunt Weekends and Jacob from The Carpetbagger capture something very strange on camera at the exact same time.
I'll even go backwards. When I get to 1, can you make that one go off? 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Yeah, that's so weird. Hey, what's that screaming? Is that screaming? Yeah, did you hear that? Screaming. Dude, we just heard screaming. I'll even go backwards. When I get to 1, can you make that one go off? 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Man, this one here. Hey, what's that screaming? Is that screaming? Yeah, can you hear that? Dude, we just heard screaming.
That could be anything. Could be a sound of like the HVAC system in the building. Also, you're in a city. It could be anything outside, anywhere in the city, really. Really, it's hard to say. You can take that and put it with a bunch of other evidence and maybe put together a case of a haunting, but that standing alone isn't too compelling.
Besides getting a direct response on the REM pod sitting on the deck of the museum, they hear an unexplained scream coming from somewhere in the area. Now, the scream is certainly creepy, But it doesn't even compare to what happens when they are exploring the second-class area of the replica ship. And no one in the group even notices.
Just knock on the gate or knock on a wall, let us know you're in there.
Listening
We'll
mode.
grab the keys.
What was that? There's like banging here and then that went off at the same time.
Did you see something?
No, I heard it. I don't know where that came from. I couldn't tell if it was here. Yeah.
Let us know you're in there. Can you bang harder? We'll get the keys. We can't hear you if you're in there.
Did you see it? When Chad pans over to the left to film the group, a dark figure seems to be walking all the way in the back. Unlike the group, who all seem to be looking towards the replica Titanic gate, whoever or whatever this is doesn't seem to pay attention to anyone, and almost looks like it's wearing a dress.
Could just be walking by.
What do you think this could be?
Someone walking,
Could it be the ghost of one of the victims who didn't survive?
I think it could be a member of the tour walking over here to read something on the wall or something like that.
The Titanic and now roams the museum halls attached to one of their beloved items? Let me know what you think in the comments.
I think that's all it is.
Be sure to check out both Chad's YouTube channel, Ghost Hunt Weekends, and Jacob's YouTube channel, The Carpetbagger. Opening a window, opening a doorway. This strange Japanese video popped up on the internet and quickly went viral with over 1 million views. Unfortunately, no one seems to know the source of the video, including me. I did my usual research, but no one seems to have a clue as to where the creepy video came from. As with most Japanese videos, the couple's identities appear to be blurred in the original video. Having said all that, the clip is still downright chilling.
Ah, damn. Japanese horror movie people. For the record, the Japanese make some of the best horror movies, the scariest ones. And that looks like that's what this is. A short film someone made.
The couple sees the odd blurry shape of someone or something
because it
that
is
seems to be
so
peering
very
into their
Japanese
kitchen
horror
window.
movie.
But when the guy quickly slides
Like
the window open,
quintessentially.
there's no one there. He turns back to his girlfriend and catches a truly disturbing figure standing.
Yeah, I mean, that's right out of The Grudge or The Ring, or Shudder, you know, the original ones.
Right behind her, dark and shadowy with what almost looks like rotting skin. Then as he pans back only a moment later, the figure has just disappeared. So did the couple unwittingly let a wandering spirit into their home? Unfortunately, without a source, we'll never know. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you see a video that you think would be perfect,
And also,
for the top
oddly
5,
enough,
or
on
if
a
you
lot
have
of the
ghost
ones that
hunting
are
channel and you
like
caught
that,
something great, contact me at Nukes.
You know, the found footage type stuff or something like this, it looks like it was a production piece, you know, a short film made by someone. They're trying to sell it as genuine, so they tend to do that, cover their tracks like that. And they always seem to be from a mysterious source. So that's another thing that really tells you that, hey, you know, this is something someone did on purpose. And a lot of them are really scary, really good, like that one was. But they're not.
Stop5@gmail.com. Paranormal activity.
In my opinion.
TikTok user Harry McClary says that after he and his wife spent an evening playing around with the Ouija board in their house, things have never quite been the same. They began to hear strange sounds around their house on an almost daily basis.
I advise you to avoid them, even the toy
to move
ones.
on their own. Harry starts grabbing his camera and recording whenever anything strange goes down.
Got the dog freaking out, check. Blue-haired lady, check.
God!
Harry and his wife hear a door in the basement repeatedly opening and slamming shut, alarming their dog, who's barking at the threat violently.
Yeah, it's
off
never
camera.
a good idea.
When Harry says, "Hello?" the sound stops, and after a brief moment of silence, something we can't see seems to charge up the stairs towards him. Now, a lot of TikTok viewers were very concerned about the well-being of Harry's panicked dog, but don't worry, the dog is fine.
Dog
They were
bailed
all
too.
just a bit shaken up by the experience. And as for Harry, he caught a bit of flack from some of his TikTok followers. They said he should have gone down into the basement to investigate the strange sounds instead of running.
Yeah, you go down there.
Well, only a week later, and he gets his chance. The family once again starts hearing something in the basement. Harry goes to check.
At least turn a light on or
and
take a
it did
flashlight
not
or something.
Go well.
I personally have an underbarrel light for such situations. Ping pong. That few seconds between getting down there and getting that light turned on, scariest moments of his life, I guarantee.
Again, the family hears the sound of a door in the basement repeatedly opening and slamming shut.
Have flashlight on 44
This time,
mag.
Harry gathers
Zach.
his courage and immediately charges downstairs to investigate. As he slowly reaches for the door, it flings open on its own, sending Harry running in terror once again. Now, up until this point, Harry hasn't really caught any footage of what might be haunting their home.
I think I'd start leaving that light on down there so that I don't have to make that, the few steps of faith to get to that little pull string in the dark.
But that changes one night when strange things start to go down in his living room.
Okay, so this is what we got here, I think, and this is pretty good. This strikes me as pretty genuine. We got here's classic poltergeist type stuff. We're not seeing anything, at least not yet, but things are moving on their own, and that's what poltergeists do, and they can make the noise and things like that. Poltergeist is actually German for noisy ghost. That's where the name comes from. So they can make the sounds, they can make things move, all that. Also, poltergeist is an inhuman spirit, meaning it was never a person. It's much closer to a demon than it is to a person. Or like what we think about as ghosts is like a person died, they come back as a ghost. It's much different than that. They never lived. More like a demon, like I said. And these are exactly the types of spirits that you would expect to, for lack of a better word, summon when you use a Ouija board. It's demonic type stuff. The inhuman spirits, your demons, your poltergeists, even angels, things like that are what you can expect when you play with Ouija boards. You don't want that. I think those are the more, seems from my research that inhuman spirits are the more dangerous ones because they have the ability, they seem to be more powerful. They have the ability to physically manipulate things. And if they can do that, it makes sense that they could hurt you. I mean, if they can make a chair fly across the room, why couldn't they make a knife fly across the room and hit you? Yeah, gateways. You're opening gateways between the human world and the inhuman world. Essentially. I don't mess with them, and I advise people not to.
The door to a display cabinet opens on its own and Harry hears something run past him. The light in the hallway is swinging back and forth wildly. When Harry checks the light, it bursts. But there's something here you might not have noticed on your first view. Something absolutely terrifying. Watch again.
I think that's a reflection.
In the darkness, a pair of glowing eyes seem to be staring at Harry from his laundry room.
It looks like a reflection
When he
off
turns,
something, nothing there.
another set of glowing eyes is staring at him from the bedroom. In the corner, he sees what appears to be a headless, dark figure that grows in size and even seems to form arms.
That's a pixelation
Harry
in the low light. We see that
That's
all
the
the
last
time.
video uploaded to Harry McClary's TikTok account as of this recording. It seems
So-
to form at him from the.
I think this is pretty
Terrifying.
good. I'm
Here
not
you might not have
sure
something
if it's a
run past
hoax.
him.
It's really good. I want to see something here real quick though.
Changes one night when strange things start to go down in his living room.
Remember how I talked about like context? Well, maybe I didn't today, but in other streams I talked about context. Like you got to ask yourself questions like what are they filming? Why are they filming it when they accidentally catch something? So now if something happened before this cabinet opened, okay, I can understand he'll start recording and then he films whatever. But if this is the first thing that happened, why'd you start filming in the first place, you know? There had to have been something to trigger him
Start to
turn
go
on his
down
camera.
in his living room.
No one quick draws a camera that fast. Plus, the camera won't activate that fast on a phone. But either way, it was pretty good.
Popular Korean ghost hunt live streamer Michael from the YouTube channel Docha Michael explores
We've seen
an
him a lot of
abandoned
times too. I
multi-floor
like him.
apartment building that is allegedly
He does a really
haunted.
good job.
Soon after he enters the building, it becomes obvious that whatever lurks in the shadows does not want him there.
누구세요? 어? 누구세요? 누구세요? 아! 누구세요? 아! 와! 씨. 분명히 움직였는데 사람이 땡길 만한 그것이 아닌데 여러분들 봤죠? 이것이 봤죠 여러분들? 이거 사람이 땡길 수가 없는데
A small red box slides across the floor and opens on its own before falling over. When Michael checks it, he finds no explanation for how it could have moved.
Yeah, it would have to
He
be done
continues
from
to
behind
explore
it.
and reaches what
Not
appears to be a
impossible,
small, cluttered bedroom.
어? 아니야 잠깐만 잠깐만 와씨
It looks like he's out there casting spells with his hand out there. Moving things with his mind. The hand out in front of it kills me. That FPS ghost hunter here. That was weird.
뭔 소리야? 띵띵 소리 뭔 소리야? 와 씨발 야 이거 만만치 않네 여기 어디 있는 거야? 이거 여러분들 잡기는 아닙니다. 이거 잡기는
A lot lot of moving furniture going on. I wish he would look up toward where they're being moved from. Maybe he's hoaxing us.
이거 진짜 큰일 나겠는데 오늘. 이거 큰일 나겠. 여러분 종소리가 계속 나요 지금.
A red stool suddenly slides behind one of the beds on its own. Michael rushes over and grabs the stool, but again can't find any explanation for the strange activity. He puts the stool back where he found it and is about to leave when behind his back the same stool falls over. Even creepier, a heavy cupboard then falls over on its side and blocks his path. Michael hears a strange unexplained bell coming from somewhere inside the room. And then another large cupboard falls. This time, Michael just makes a run for it. After he calms down, Michael continues exploring, heading up one floor in the apartment building.
He's had much better
and
stuff
then
than
things
this.
get even more terrifying.
Socks are sick, by the way.
Did you see it? Michael hears bizarre footsteps right behind him, and when he turns, the bathroom slippers he had captured on camera only seconds earlier are now right behind him.
Oh.
Almost as if someone or something was wearing them and walking in his direction.
Come
Michael
on.
is shocked
We could do
and
better
very
than that,
carefully
Michael.
just backs away. A little wary and very freaked out, Michael now walks a little more carefully through the creepy old apartment building. He hears some sounds and turns a corner and is confronted by something absolutely horrifying.
Do we have to do the grudge moan thing?
Again, did you see it? When Michael looks around the corner, a dark mass that looks like a head with black hair disappears into a doorway. When Michael runs to see what it was, there's nothing there. Now, in this next part, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure what Michael is doing. He sets up his camera to point towards the doorway as he throws some sort of grain or powder around a room. If you do know what he has in those Ziploc bags, please let me know down in the comments. But either way,
it looks like rice or something, and I think what he's doing is you could use flour or something like that too. You could put it down, and then like if something steps in it or whatever, it's gonna leave footprints. Another thing, if like objects are moving, say, or allegedly moving, and you can't see them, you want to set something up, like say this remote. You'll set it here, and then you can lightly blow the stuff around it or sprinkle it around it. And then if this moves at all, it's going to show, you'll be able to see where it was sitting based on that powder that you put down. I think he might be doing something to that same effect, if I had to guess. It looks like he's using rice, which I don't know if that'd be as effective, but maybe it's not rice. I don't know.
Whatever it is he's doing seems to work, because things take a terrifying turn.
아까 좀 갖고 오세요. 제가 이것까지 뿌리기 싫습니다. 갖고 오세요. 갖고 오세요. 갖고 오세요. When you get, 갖고 오세요. 5개 그만 사람 놀래키시고 갖고 오세요. 5개.
No.
16개 갖고 오세요.
All right.
갖고 오세요.
That was creepy, but come on. Seriously, come on.
뭐야? 누구세요? 누구십니까?
A horrible face with long dark hair can be seen looking straight at the camera. Michael is completely unaware of the chilling event and only gets up after he hears a noise. When he pans the camera around the hallway, there's nothing there. So just what was this? Some of Michael's viewers believe it to be the head of a mannequin, and others believe it's far too lifelike to be a mannequin and think he actually caught some terrifying apparition on camera. But what do you think? Is it real, or is it all just an elaborate hoax?
I think it's all
decide.
just an elaborate
You
hoax.
can check out this full video over on Michael's YouTube channel, Docha Michael. From below. Dennis from the popular Russian YouTube paranormal channel, Dark Ghost Paranormal, travels to a small cottage in the Russian countryside that has been abandoned for over 20 years.
Yeah, they said they talked about a mannequin. The eye looked kind of realistic for a mannequin to me, but I don't know.
The home was built
Anyway,
on
I thought it
top
was
of an
pretty
old
silly.
cemetery, and that anyone who has ever dared to enter the house has experienced traumatizing paranormal activity. Dennis doesn't know if any of the rumors are true, but is determined to find out for himself. He investigates the cottage over several overnight visits. Dennis sets up a camera in the old home's living room and a GoPro in the bedroom next to it.
Kind of a cool
He
little
also
house,
places
though.
a device that measures changes in the surrounding electromagnetic field in the room. He settles down in the kitchen and keeps an eye on the camera's live feed from his laptop. That's when his device suddenly detects a change in the room.
He's using an EMF detector here, electromagnetic field. We've talked about it before, but theory is that spirits, they would need energy, of course, to appear or to interact with you or anything like that. In that, they would have to draw energy from around them, and this would create a fluctuation in the electromagnetic field. There's a natural electromagnetic field everywhere, but this would cause fluctuations in it and concentrations in it. You would think that you would get a spike in an EMF if there's a spirit. I think I just heard a voice myself. That was kind of weird. It's probably one of my dogs having a dream. It's usually what it is. Oh, I might have just fixed our upside down stream issue. Let's see if it works. I might have to redo this. Let me fix this real quick. Just a second. I'm not gonna go anywhere. I just want to change this real quick. Paste. Okay. All right. So now our stream should start at the bottom, like it's supposed to. Let's move it up a little. Let's see if that works. Little shadow person action. That's cool.
Dennis hurries into the abandoned home's bedroom to check on the electromagnetic field device. He then hears a sound which makes him spin around to see what's behind him. He just misses witnessing something absolutely terrifying with his own eyes. A dark shadow figure moving from right to left, right behind him. But his GoPro camera captures every creepy detail.
It's like a Game Boy. It kind of does.
Throughout the
I've
night,
never seen one
his
like
cameras
that before.
capture furniture moving on its own. In one of his investigations, Dennis
I might
captures
have
something truly
In order
bizarre.
for that change I made to take effect, I might need a new stream. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow. Little accordion. That's very unusual. That'd be really hard to fake, too.
Сейчас, друзья, мне надо отойти. Это просто пипец.
That's pretty crazy stuff.
Creepy accordion in the corner of the room seems to just start playing on its own. Dennis just gets out of there. He waits outside for an hour, gathering his courage before he goes back in. But Dennis has another odd experience with the accordion, and this one is even more disturbing.
Really?
Чего?
Play the Camptown Racist. So weird.
Ну, мне просто, реально, мне по всему телу мурашки пошли. Теперь не знаю, как туда зайти. Но заходить надо.
Now, very alert YouTube viewers notice something that makes this particular activity with the accordion even stranger.
What, that it lifts up?
Did you see it?
Oh,
Right
I
before
see a
the
shadow,
accordion
yeah.
starts playing on its own, a dark figure seems to walk towards the accordion and disappear, almost as if it approached the accordion to have a play.
Huh.
Dennis decides to do a
Strange.
modified spirit box session that he calls an EGF session in the abandoned home's kitchen area. What happens next shocks him
I'm not sure
to
what
his core.
EGF is.
Почему мне нужно уйти?
Мешаешь.
У меня к вам вопрос. Под этим домом есть захоронение?
Burial site under the house, of course.
Да. Это мы.
Что вас держит в нашем мире?
I've never heard a spirit box that clear.
Кто и чем вас осквернил?
And it seems like it's answering intelligently,
Кто вас осквернил?
interacting directly with what he's saying. Or speaking Russian. Yeah, that's true too.
Дом. Вы имеете в виду, на этом месте нельзя было строить этот дом?
That's what I would think the meaning is. Very interesting.
Пипец, я просто не могу. Пипец, мне никогда не было так жутко.
Soon after this, Dennis decides to just get out of there. He says
That
that
machine
he's
was
never
really
been this
strange,
creeped out
pretty
at a
cool.
location before.
Like, so we've
did he
seen
pop-
spirit boxes before where we talked about them where they just kind of scan radio frequencies across all frequencies. Okay, and then the theory is that the spirit can pick out words throughout these frequencies to put sentences together to get their message across. Usually it's really like fuzzy, it's hard to hear what's being said. You can pick out words, but it's really difficult. His seems to do this, but then record the words, alert him that something's been said, and then play it, which is pretty cool. But like I said before, I'm not 100% sure on the whole
Possibly
spirit
capture
box
the
theory.
ghosts of the people allegedly buried underneath
There has been
the
some
abandoned
interesting
home.
evidence caught on him, so
Is
maybe
that why no
I'm starting
one
to
will
lean
live
towards
there? Let me know what you think.
it being a legitimate
You
piece
can
of
check out the
equipment.
Dark Ghost Paranormal full 3-part investigation.
That being
at the-
said, they have ghost or spirit box apps on cell phones. They're nothing. They're just recordings because your cell phone doesn't scan radio frequencies. Obviously, it has no ability to. So, yeah, those are just crap. Obviously, absolutely nothing. But actual spirit boxes seem they may be onto
The
something.
abandoned house over on Dennis's YouTube channel, Dark Ghost Paranormal. Thanks for watching. For channel updates and
You
other
are welcome,
weird
Nuke,
stuff,
and thank you all for watching. We are going to end as well for the day. Hopefully, I'll be back tomorrow. I got a few things to do, nothing too crazy. So, please tune in again. Hopefully tomorrow, if not soon. We're going to stop taking so long in between streams. But until next time, see y'all later, and everybody take care.